A year and a half ago, I was experimenting in my studio when suddenly a lightning bolt moment changed everything. Just like that, the Lunar Stone Lamp series was born. I was immediately inspired to express the sculptural beauty of the stones around me. Since then, I've been on a quiet quest to find thin, wide stones with two naturally flat faces. In an old wash bed where most stones are tumbled and rounded, those with these rare qualities are hard to come by and have become truly precious to me. Channeling this inspiration, I built out a 3,000 square foot studio entirely dedicated to this process. Here I've developed and refined the methods and specialized workstations needed to create these lamps. Much consideration goes into each lamp before any alterations are made. Every stone presents its own unique set of challenges, requiring me to approach each piece like a puzzle to be solved. Here you see my friend Quentin, my lead fabricator, who excels at every task entrusted to him. He's been instrumental to every aspect of the studio's work, and without him, the Lunar Stone Lamp series just wouldn't exist. The main operation involves a core drill with water-fed diamond segmented bits. I've mounted these drills on a custom hydraulic lift table, allowing me to raise and lower them as needed. Core drilling is a very critical step where it's very easy to make a mistake. Accurately engaging the bit on an irregular surface is challenging, and keeping it straight once it begins cutting into the stone adds another layer of difficulty. Each hole takes hours to complete and requires multiple bit sharpenings along the way. Drilling time varies greatly from stone to stone, depending on their level of weathering and the concentration of quartz within them. Each time you complete the hole through the stone and extract the core, you really feel as though you've won a battle, and it's a very satisfying sensation. Once the core's been removed, I slice it into a smaller section I call a coin. This piece serves as both a decorative and functional role in the lamp. It acts as a manual dimmer and can be positioned anywhere within the lamp body to suit the user's aesthetic preference. I've modified a 24-inch block saw with an extended sled, allowing me to cut material up to 12 inches thick. It's an intimidating tool. It's the loudest machine I've ever operated. The first time stepping in front of this 10 horsepower motor and massive blade, it was a little frightening. After the coin is sliced, it goes back to the core drill to reduce its diameter. This step creates the visual sensation of an eclipse while allowing more light to pass through the central void. Some of the bits I use are custom made to my specifications in order to achieve the ideal relationship between the coin and the inner cavity of the lamp. To ease the harshness of the core drill operation, I add a softly rounded chamfer for a more refined finish. This releases some tension and softens the contrast between the polished and matte surfaces. The remaining steps focus on wire concealment and precisely placing the groove for the LED light. Groove placement is one of the most challenging parts of the process, and I've developed a unique method for this that is currently in the process of being patented, so I won't be sharing that step. I use an assortment of pneumatic die grinders and angle grinders. Air tools are always preferred over electric. They're more durable, lighter, and more powerful. We then polish the interior of the lamp using a series of diamond resin pads. My friend Jesse does a majority of the polishing. Jesse is a trained jeweler with an exceptional eye for detail. Nothing gets past him. I use an Italian-made light that I became familiar with through my role at Truepositiontools, where we designed and made precision templates to install these very lights. I felt confident choosing a trusted and proven component for my lamps. Each circuit board is soldered and sealed by hand, and I use my own custom-made DC barrel plugs. This allows for easy replacement of both the light and power supply should either component ever fail. I secure the power cord with anchors at the base so that it cannot be tugged out by accident. The most difficult part of this creation was finding a suitable transformer with a cloth cable and a dimmer. I sampled everything I could find and eventually designed and ordered my own custom assembly direct from the factory. It's remarkable how quickly an idea can come to mind and how long it can take to bring to life. It's inexplicably rewarding that a lightning bolt of inspiration has empowered seemingly trivial stones to be appreciated not just as objects of beauty, but as purposeful, transformative creations. I hope my work helps others find a harmonious connection with nature and inspires them to care for it as a responsible steward. I made a short video to announce the launch of the lamps featuring my dear friend Udo Kier, who lent his incredibly talented voice.
I like nature. I like rocks. I like the mountains around me. That's why I live in the desert. And the artwork of my friend James, making holes into the rock, then polish it inside and outside. And then light in a rock. Electric artwork.
Many of you watching saw my stone tub video, including my favorite power tool company, Makita. Much of the footage in this video was actually filmed by Makita's crew, who are producing a small documentary series that I'll be featured in. To say I'm honored to work with the brand I've trusted my entire life is an understatement. I had the pleasure of spending a week with the crew, including Brian and Jeep, and we became fast friends. Keep an eye out later this summer for my episode in their I Build Because series. The majority of my filming is done by my talented friend Rob, who is a wizard behind the glass and in the editing room. Rob has worked with me for years with Truepositiontools filming content, and always a pleasure to shoot with. My brother Paul has been a huge help manning the drone for various videos, and also does all my product photography, which is second to none. I received some criticism in the comments on the Stone Tub video about not doing all the work myself, and that's absolutely true. A team is a beautiful thing. I love these guys, and I couldn't do what I do without them. Alright, thanks for watching everyone. Until next time.